I can't even say it without wanting to cringe at myself. What's up guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. My name is Cami and welcome back to my channel. So last week when I tweeted out a poll asking you guys which video I should upload last Saturday, this video was not the winner, but it was pretty popular and I decided I wanted to do this one. So today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys all about the most embarrassing moment of my life. I'm probably going to regret telling you guys this, but oh well. So without further ado, let's get right into the most embarrassing moment of my life. I was auditioning for my very first high school play. So obviously, I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. And so I get to the theater the day of auditions and I get the audition paper and it's asking a bunch of questions like, what's your height? What's your weight? What's your eye color? What experience have you had in the past? So I fill it out and at the very bottom there's like this question that's like, are you okay with onstage PDA? In my head, I'm like, if I get a role, with my luck, that would be the role that I would get. Whichever character has to do PDA nasty stuff on stage, that's gonna be my character if I get a role. But despite my worries, I checked yes, because I'm like, it's just acting. So I checked yes, and everyone turns in their papers, and we all get assigned like a kind of a scene partner, and we get a side, which is basically it's a little snippet of a scene from the show. So we all got sent out in the hallway with our scene partners and we were reading through it a little bit, and after we read through it for a few minutes, they called us back into the PAC, and the PAC is our performing arts center it's basically our theater at our school. So we go back into the PAC, we get on stage and we perform with our partners, like one group at a time. The next day, I believe, is when the cast list went up, and I went and I checked the cast list, and after walking the horrible walk of terror, I get to the cast list and I see my name. The character that I got was Murphy Stevens. Yes, I got the PDA character. I got the character that had to do PDA. Our show was called Sweet Surrender. It's a farce, so it's supposed to be super funny and super like bam, bam, bam. I can't stop with this finger, so I'm like awkwardly like flicking my fingers. Bam, bam, bam. Things are happening all like constantly. Jokes are constantly being made. Everyone really has to kind of be on their feet the entire time. And so basically the gist of it was there were these two pop stars who just did not get along. Both pop stars came with secretaries. I was one of the stars' secretaries. So basically, they get booked at the same hotel, and they don't know it. But then the hotel staff finds out that they're in the same hotel, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're gonna kill each other. They're gonna rip each other's throats out. What do we do?" Everybody's freaking out. My character, Murphy Stevens, meets a bellhop. Turns out this bellhop is her long-lost lover that went off to war. Literally, he walks in, and 30 seconds into him walking into the room, they're like, So yeah, you get the gist. So there were 3 total kisses for my character and the bellhop. That was fun. The hotel staff is trying to keep these 2 stars apart from each other, and the secretaries find out, and the secretaries are not having it. They're losing their minds. They're trying to keep everybody calm, and in the end, they do find each other. There's this big confrontation, and I'm not going to spoil the end. Go find the script and read the script. I believe it's online. You can go look it up. It's called Sweet Surrender, like sweet, like hotel suite. But yeah, that's kind of the summary of the show. So I see the cast list, I get my role, I see what my role is, I know that this role that I have has to perform on stage PDA, and I'm like, okay, fine, it's cool. Wow, I have like a deformed thumb. It looks weird. Does anybody see that? Is that just me? So sometime in the next week, the cast has to come together with the crew and the directors, and we have to do a read-through. I end up thinking that I have to kiss the junior that I was partnered up for the auditions with. And I'm like, a junior? No. So then in walks another dude. The senior is like, that's the guy that you have to kiss. And I'm like, oh, okay. What grade's he in? And she's like, he's a sophomore. And I was like, oh, okay, good, it's fine. This was last year, so I was a freshman. So I was like, okay, sophomore. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. I hate myself. We're good. But then, when we asked him what his role was, he said it was Pippet. Pippet was the male secretary to the other star. So I was like, so I don't have to kiss him. And like, what do I? And then in walks a freshman, and we're like, what role do you have? Who are you? Who are you playing? And he's like, bellhop 1. And I'm like, oh. So I have to, okay. Kiss him. Keep in mind, I'm a freshman who has never kissed anyone in her life. What? So I'm like, stage kiss. This is gonna be my first real kiss. Oh my God, no. I don't count it, so I'm still technically first kissless. But anyways, I realize that it's him, and we get into the groove of things. We start going to rehearsals and stuff, and when we get to our first kiss scene, the director was like, okay, y'all can just high five. And I'm like, woo! I don't have to kiss him yet. Greatness. So for the majority of the rehearsals, we actually were high-fiving. And then the director stepped it up with a hug. And we were like, okay, it's fine. Because we had been getting to know each other and like talking to each other more, so we were more familiar with each other, so we were less awkward. So we hugged for like the next couple of weeks maybe. And then one day, we get to our first kiss scene, and the director's like, okay, rip the Band-Aid off. Go ahead, do it. And we're like, oh, you mean now? Like now? Like within the next year? The director's like, yeah, go ahead, just go ahead, get it over with, go ahead, you're gonna have to do this for the show anyways. And we're like, ooh, airplane, squirrel. So our directors are like, yeah, go ahead, just rip the Band-Aid off, go ahead, just go. And we're like, no. And so they end up having to count down for us. They count down to 3, and it's like 3, 2, 1. And we end up like 10 feet away from each other. Like within the span of 3 seconds, we were like 10 feet away from each other because we were both just like, ugh! Because apparently this was both of our first kisses. So that was extremely awkward, but it was not the most embarrassing moment. The most embarrassing moment was, I believe, either the first show or the second show. We performed the show. We get through the first 2 kisses without a hitch, but we get to the third kiss. Now, this is my very first high school show. My very first show with a role, like a large role for an audience to see. So I'm not used to like audience reaction. This third kiss, it's supposed to be super romantic, and we kiss for like 2-ish seconds, and then I have to lift my leg. Like in the Princess Diaries. But not only did I have to lift my leg, Bellhop 1 has to lift his leg too. Super cringy. And remember, first high school show, first big role, never heard an audience react to me. So we kiss, and obviously, like in the first 2 kisses, every time we kiss, they would usually go, or they'd be like, ooh. So I'm kind of used to that. So we kiss, and we both lift our legs, and all of a sudden I hear them like burst out laughing. I hear laughing, and I hear gasps, and I hear ooh, and I want to laugh so bad, but you know, my lips were sort of preoccupied. So I tried to laugh, sort of. I sort of snorted, but I couldn't exactly make the sound come out of my mouth, so I kind of like, I'm gonna regret giving you this video. So basically, I tried to laugh, but my lips were preoccupied, and so I sort of snorted, and something just I think I snot on his face. Oh god, I'm gonna regret this so much. Literally my entire theater department already knows this story because I've told them this, because I tell them everything. So why not tell the internet? Yep, I don't know if it was just like nose fluids or if it was like snot, like So if you're watching this, you know who you are. Bellhop 1, and I'm sorry. After this happened, after I snot on this dude's, oh, I can't even say it without wanting to cringe at myself. After I snot on Bellhop 1's face, we go backstage, and I walk as far away from him backstage as I possibly can, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna kiss anyone ever again. That was like, I'm so traumatized. Oh god, I'm so traumatized. No one's gonna ever want to kiss me again. This is gonna get around, and everybody's gonna judge me, and I was, holy crap, I was freaking out. Like, I was so nervous. Like, this is probably why I'm so socially anxious. It was that kiss. Bellhop 1, you ruined it for me. Yes, I'm gonna blame this on you, even though I know it was totally my fault. In my head, I'm like, I will never speak of this again. This will never be spoken. We kind of came to this like silent agreement, like we will never speak of this, or I'll kill you. Fair enough. But I ended up telling my friends, and I'm telling you guys. So, yep, that was kind of anticlimactic, but that is the story of how I snotted on a dude's face. One of the first times I've ever kissed somebody. Oh. I don't know how to conclude this. Learn from me and don't laugh when you're kissing somebody. Yeah. So that was the most embarrassing moment of my life. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, press the thumbs up button down below and press the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Oh, and leave a comment down below letting me know some of your most embarrassing moments, because I would love to hear them. You know, make me feel better about myself. Come back Wednesday for another video. Peace out, love you guys. See you next Wednesday.
How you look so precious when you smile. Yeah. Hit it from the back and drive you